cut is insane. Shout out to my barber, dog.
What's good, YouTube? Drake back with another video. So basically, everybody been asking me how I cut my own hair, how I give myself a haircut, you know, just every day, basically. Yeah. Anyways, about to make a tutorial how to cut your own hair, Drake style. Let's go. What's good, YouTube? Alright, bet today I'm about to be doing a self-cut video. I haven't made a video in a while. Made a couple tutorials. Look at my hair free-forming. I might do a how to retwist your own dreads video soon, so keep in tune for that. But for right now, about to get into this haircut. Yeah, wolfed out a bit just so I could do this video. Let's get to it. Boom. Before I put my cape on, I always put on a neck strip just to eliminate the contact with the skin. And please, before you use any tools on anybody or yourself, make sure to clean them. Clean your stuff, nasties. Also, make sure if your hair is long, you're pinning it out the way, because the last thing you want to do is cut your hair off. Before starting your haircut, make sure to comb your hair down, getting all the hairs to lay down in the same direction. When starting a taper, go in with your trimmers upside down and set in the first bald guideline. I usually set it in a rainbow-like shape, but today I'm going to start off with a flatter guideline. As you can see with my other hand, I'm pulling up the skin tight to make sure I don't cut myself. Alright, come on. Would it be a Drake video if I didn't clickbait? Bro, at least a little. Come on. I had to clickbait at least a little bit. Come on. Now that I finished up both sides, I make sure they're even and then hit it up with the shaver. When you use the shaver, it gets the hair down to a skin level. This gives your fade more of a gradiency and a better pop look. Whenever starting my tapers, I always like to go in with my nail guard halfway open, just to start out the first guideline. I don't know, it's just personal preference. Then I close up the lever and start to flick out the bottom line. Once you got one side looking how you want it to, go on to the other side and try to make it as even as possible. Right there you see the rainbow shape that I'm talking about. It gives your fade more of a burst effect. Now I go in with my 1.5 guard with the grain. I'm just doing this to debulk the area and make it easier for me to start my fade. Now I'm going in with my 1.5 guard against the grain, making sure to keep that consistent shape. Once you got it all even, you should see something like this. Now going in with my 3 guard closed, I'm starting to attack that top line that I just created. Just to keep the blend more compact and consistent, I often switch between fading up and fading down. Going back in with my 1.5 guard closed, I'm going to just lighten up that line a little bit more to make it easier to fade into. Now going in with my half guard all the way open, I'm going to start fading out that bottom line. I'm really just flicking the machine and using the corner of my blade to cut. Now closing up the lever and flicking out that bottom line. I really only used the 1 guard just to detail, to be honest. You see that dark line I just pointed to right there? Using the corner of my blade, I'm flicking out at that line to take it out. Now that you got your fade together, just repeat the same steps on the other side. Moving Moving on to the back taper, I put my trimmer upside down and make a line going from the bottom of my ears and going straight across. Clearing out the bottom with the trimmer, then following it up with the shaver. And also another tip is, make sure not to use the shaver on every client you have, because some people's skin gets irritated a lot more than others, and this can cause bumps in the back, especially in the nape area because it's very sensitive. Going back in again with my 1.5 guard closed, I'm just debulking the area, getting it down to that desired length, making sure to brush down as I go. To finish debulking and connect the bottom half to the top, I'm using my 3 guard closed. Now going back in with the 2 guard closed to finish debulking. Again, I always started my tapers with the no guard halfway open. I honestly just feel like this is easier because instead of fading to the no guard all the way open, I'm fading it halfway, which makes it a much smoother transition. Also, because you are going against the grain, make sure you notice which way your hair is growing. For example, mine in the back grows a little bit more to the side and towards the bottom, so I have to cut using the clipper sideways. Now using the same steps as before, I'm just fading up. Starting off with the C cup, I'll just make sure to line up the top, then come back from the bottom and round it off. Always make sure you're keeping your lineups as natural as possible too. Don't try to push anything back to make it look sharper, just keep the natural line where it is. Also, make sure you're very careful around the ear area because you don't want to cut yourself. As far as the lineup, I start to debulk with the 1 guard. I'm making sure to be careful around the middle because I do have a lighter spot right there. Whenever you get a client that comes in with thinner spots around their hairline, make sure to attack the thinner spots with a higher guard and go around the darker spots with a lower guard to even everything out. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the holding spray just to keep everything locked in place. I start all my lineups in the middle and work my way to either side just to keep the consistency there.
Yo, TJ, what you cooking up?
As far as the vertical bars, make sure to angle the razor a little bit to the back. If you make it straight up and down, it's going to look very boxy and that's not a good look. Just to elaborate on that, it's because your head being round, of course, is not going to be perfectly straight, so it makes it look more symmetrical when you do angle it back rather than being straight up and down. Because when you do angle it straight up and down, it'll look like it's going inwards. Make sure you're holding your straight razor at a 45-degree angle to eliminate any cuts or nicks. YouTube, that's the cut. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and knock out that post notifications button. Share this video, give it a thumbs up, do what you gotta do. Self-research tutorial coming soon. Road to 200 subs. Let's get it.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us.